Breaking Minnesota Vikings news as Danielle Hunter has reached a new deal with the Minnesota Vikings during Minnesota Vikings training camp. This was broke by Ian Rapoport as he says, the Vikings and three-time Pro Bowl pass rusher Danielle Hunter agreed to terms on a new one-year deal worth $20 million. Hunter gets $17 million guaranteed, and there is a no-tag clause with a chance to earn a big payday next March. So obviously we all heard the news about, or the rumors around Danielle Hunter possibly being traded from the Minnesota Vikings. That gets put to rest now, as it looks like 99 should be back at the next Minnesota Vikings practice. He should be happy and he should be ready to go. I'll be giving you guys my thoughts on this here a little more in depth, and also talking about some other extensions, as TJ Hockenson and Justin Jefferson have yet to be extended by the Minnesota Vikings. But before we do that, guys, hit that subscribe button. I'm actually on vacation right now in my childhood home, and I woke up this morning and we were about to hit the road, but I had to come down here and make a quick video for you guys. If you guys want to show some love, show some support for what we do here at Chat Sports, and had a bunch of other crew members here at Chat help me out, so show some love to those guys, help me out, hit that subscribe button. We're only going to keep you more informed with more Vikings news, rumors, and whatever it may be. So let's talk about it. Danielle Hunter, he gets that finally. He gets that, I guess I could call this a little pay bump. He was supposed to make $4.9 million this upcoming season, and now he gets that bolted up to $20 million with 17 guaranteed. And remember, we showed this on the show multiple times as the top 5 edge rushers in the league. We had the big dogs sitting around $30 million, and then we had the guys like Max Crosby and Khalil Mack in that 4th and 5th spot at $23.5 million, and I always thought Danielle was going to be around that $20 million range, and that seems like what he got. He got that $20 million deal with 17 guaranteed. I'm assuming the extra $3 million might just be like a sack incentive or a games played incentive, because obviously we know Danielle has dealt with injuries 2 of the past 3 seasons. But Danielle Hunter, he does get locked up, and he should be back at Vikings training camp. And it's so funny with this new CBA for the NFL. He technically was holding out, but he was at practice, but he wasn't participating. So they called it a hold in, where he's not getting fined. And he is just still at practice. It's kind of a little loophole in the new CBA with these players, where they can, technically still hold out, but they won't be fined. So he still was able to show up to practice, and he was there. And on NFL Network yesterday, Kevin O'Connell, they were doing like a live interview in with him, and he was just talking about Danielle Hunter. And a lot of it was coach talk, but apparently he said they have a very open, relationship and an open line of communication, where like they were working this out with each other. It wasn't like a thing where Danielle Hunter was standing off to the side and he was just doing his own thing. Like, there was constant communication between Danielle, Kwesi, and Kevin O'Connell, it seems like, and I am fully here for it. And just from on-the-field production, we can start here, and then we'll get into Justin Jefferson and TJ Hockenson at the later half of today's video. The Vikings needed to do this. I've been pounding the table about bringing back Danielle for the longest time. And I understand whatever your opinions are on Danielle Hunter, whether you think, obviously injury prone, or maybe you don't think he was living up to that, maybe top 10 edge rusher hype that he's had throughout his NFL career. But, if you look at the Vikings edge group, you're not going to roll out Marcus Davenport, Patrick Jones, and DJ Wonnum next year and feel satisfied with that edge pairing, or that edge group, and thinking they're going to be able to be as productive as other groupings in the NFL. So I think the Vikings needed to bring back Danielle. I think Danielle, when he's fully healthy and when he's, pinning his ears back and getting to the quarterback, he's one of the best edge rushers in the league. And the thing I like about this deal, this is almost like a prove-it deal for Danielle. Like, let's just say he does this next season, let's just say he does ball out and he has 15 sacks, or he has 14.5 sacks, which he's done twice in his NFL career. He is going to get paid next offseason. Like, he is going to be set to get extended and make a good amount of money, because he is only 29. Obviously, if Danielle maybe balls out, I could see him signing a 3 for $65 next summer with the Vikings or maybe another team. So overall, I like this deal for both parties. I think Danielle gets that more guaranteed money for next season, which he was looking for, and the Vikings honestly don't get tied up to the hip with Hunter for the next couple of seasons, which I think they're kind of raising their eyebrows at, like, if they do want to be in the Danielle Hunter business, just because I see it from both sides. I see that he wasn't the most productive last season, but also I saw the flashes in the second half of the year. And I'm just excited to see what a guy like Brian Flores is going to be able to do with him. So Danielle Hunter, he gets that 1-year new deal worth up to $20 million with $17 million guaranteed. that's the final extension, or that's a new Minnesota Vikings extension news. But now I want to talk about the other two guys that have yet to be extended. That's Justin Jefferson and Hawk. Quickly on Hawk, and then I'll really focus in here on Justin Jefferson. With Hawkinson, we just saw Cole Kmet get that extension from the Bears. We've seen Evan Ingram get that extension from the Jacksonville Jaguars. It seems like they're the tight end market. It almost seems like the tight ends have went from a spot where they weren't getting paid as much as other position groups, and now it almost seems like teams need a tight end. Like, it seems like the market is kind of flipped on its head for tight ends. So that's why with TJ Hawkinson, the Vikings got to get this done, because if they keep pushing this, kind of kicking the can down the curb, he's going to be eventually worth $17 million. And I think you have a chance right now to get him for around probably that $14, $15 million range. But if you keep pushing this back, maybe Kelsey gets another extension, Kittle gets another extension, maybe one of these other guys get another extension, I think it could be bad for the Vikings in terms of they want to bring back TJ. I think the price will keep going up. So that's a move they need to get done ASAP. Then obviously Justin Jefferson. I've been saying this for the longest. He's the best weapon in football. He's a true superstar on and off the field. I can't rave about him enough. And the Vikings are still pushing this can down the curb. And, I get it. You don't want to sign a receiver to a $35 million contract. But, that's just a price. And that's just what he's going to go for. And, the thing is with Jefferson, it's not like you're signing, Diggs to a long extension, where Diggs was a star, but, maybe he wasn't a superstar. Or, this wasn't like I love Thielen, but, Thielen was a star. He wasn't a superstar. Even Diggs. Diggs was a true wide receiver one in the NFL, but he wasn't Jefferson. I just feel like maybe as fans, a lot of times we undervalue great and we value good a lot more, if that makes sense to you guys. Where we undervalue a great player and we don't really see how impactful they are. Because I think in terms of if you have, let's just say, use a little pie chart, right? Or not pie chart, a little line chart right here. If you got bad players, in terms of value, bad players obviously at the bottom. Then you got okay players, probably right above bad players. You got good players that step up. But I honestly think there is a seismic gap between great and good. I think the difference between great and good is the same between good and bad. I think when you reach that next step where you are, in that Justin Jefferson tier, that Travis Kelce tier, I think we maybe undervalue guys like that a little bit in the modern day NFL and just in sports in general, because those guys are so impactful just on the court and just what Jefferson opens up for his teammates. That's why I'm excited for this next upcoming year with the Vikes, just to see what a guy like Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson and KJ Osborne, how many open looks they're going to get off of a guy like Justin Jefferson. So Danielle Hunter, he gets his 1-year extension. Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson, I'm hoping they're going to be next. But thank you guys so much for watching today's edition of Vikings Now. Quick little video before I hit the road for you guys. See you guys next time. As always, Skol Vikes.